For over a decade, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner graced the skies. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner symbolized the future of aviation, sleek, efficient, and comfortable. Airlines worldwide embraced its advanced technology. Passengers enjoyed quieter cabins, larger windows, and improved air quality. The Dreamliner's fuel efficiency contributed to a greener future for aviation, made it a flagship for Boeing, and a favorite for long-haul routes. Its safety record was nearly flawless, with millions of passengers flown safely across the globe, and no fatal accidents since its 2011 debut. This reputation was vital for Boeing, especially after the 737 MAX crisis. Early technical issues were resolved swiftly, reinforcing public trust in the aircraft. The Dreamliner became the aircraft of choice for prestigious international routes, its name evoking aspiration and reliability. Each successful flight strengthened its image as a marvel of engineering. But on a June morning in 2025, that image shattered. A routine takeoff in India ended in disaster, forever altering the Dreamliner's legacy. The world would soon learn that even the most advanced machines are not infallible. The era of unquestioned trust in the 787 was over. June 12, 2025 began like any other at Ahmedabad Airport. Among them was Air India Flight 171, a Boeing 787-8. The flight was prepared for its journey to London, carrying 230 passengers and 12 crew members. Moments after takeoff, the plane struggled to climb. Something was terribly wrong. The engines faltered, sputtering and losing power. The crew's Mayday call echoed a dire emergency. "Mayday, Mayday, Air India 171, we are experiencing engine failure." Just 30 seconds later, the Dreamliner crashed into a nearby hostel. The crash site erupted in flames. Amidst the devastation, only one passenger miraculously survived. 241 lives were tragically lost in the disaster. The crash stunned the world, sending shockwaves through the aviation industry. It shattered the Dreamliner's perfect safety record. Boeing faced renewed scrutiny from regulators. The industry demanded answers, seeking to understand what went wrong and how to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. The Dreamliner wasn't just an incremental improvement, it was a revolution. It represented a bold leap forward in aviation technology and design. This revolution touched both the fundamental design of the aircraft and the overall passenger experience, aiming to redefine air travel. A key element of this revolution was the extensive use of advanced materials. Half of the 787 structure was meticulously crafted from carbon fiber composites. These composites offered significant advantages, being both stronger and significantly lighter than traditional aluminum alloys. This weight reduction translated directly into lower fuel consumption, making the 787 more economical to operate and enabling airlines to fly longer routes. Airlines reaped the benefits of these advancements through lower operating costs and the ability to offer new, highly desirable non-stop connections to passengers. The 787's engines, supplied by GE and Rolls-Royce, represented another leap in efficiency, operating with significantly reduced noise levels. Furthermore, the aircraft's advanced electric systems replaced the older, more complex pneumatic systems, streamlining operations. This, more electric architecture, not only simplified the aircraft's systems, but also promised increased reliability and easier, more cost-effective maintenance procedures. Passengers also experienced a noticeable improvement in comfort, with the 787 offering higher cabin pressure to simulate lower altitudes and increased humidity levels. Adding to the enhanced flying experience were the largest windows ever installed on a commercial aircraft, providing stunning views. The 787 also incorporated smoother ride technology to minimize turbulence and featured a quieter cabin, collectively setting new, elevated standards for passenger comfort. All of these innovations combined to build a powerful and compelling narrative around the Dreamliner. The message was clear. The Dreamliner was not just a new aircraft, it was demonstrably better, more efficient, and crucially, safer than its predecessors. And for a considerable time, its seemingly flawless operational record served to reinforce this carefully cultivated image of superior safety and reliability. As a result, the 787 quickly became the preferred choice for airlines operating long-haul routes, solidifying its position in the market. But the tragic crash of Flight 171 served as a stark reminder, exposing the inherent fragility of even the most celebrated and carefully constructed reputations. In the wake of the disaster, the world was forced to confront uncomfortable truths and reconsider what the term safe truly meant in the context of modern air travel. Suddenly, the Dreamliner's promise of a new era in air travel was no longer a certainty, and its future was cast into serious question. Long before the crash, Boeing insiders raised red flags about Dreamliner production. Whistleblowers like John Barnett warned of quality shortcuts and pressure to meet deadlines at the expense of safety. They described gaps in fuselage sections, sometimes forced together or ignored, and faulty parts, especially in critical systems like passenger oxygen. Tests revealed some emergency oxygen systems failed to deploy. These issues, hidden from routine checks, could have catastrophic consequences. Whistleblowers faced retaliation, their warnings dismissed by management. The Dreamliner's spotless record may have masked risks built in on the assembly line. The Flight 171 tragedy forced the world to confront these long-ignored warnings. Boeing publicly defended its manufacturing, insisting on rigorous quality control and a commitment to safety. The company pointed to millions of safe flying hours as proof of reliability. Regulators sometimes found flaws like fuselage gaps, prompting inspections and minor fixes, but Boeing and the FAA claimed there was no immediate danger. Executives dismissed whistleblowers as disgruntled or misinformed, yet repeated production setbacks and delivery halts eroded trust. Each new flaw suggested deeper problems, validating some whistleblower concerns. Boeing struggled to reassure the world while battling a growing list of quality issues. The Dreamliner's reputation, and Boeing's credibility, hung in the balance. The investigation into Flight 171's crash brought together experts from India, the US, and the UK. Early evidence showed the landing gear stayed down, and the crew reported a loss of power and thrust almost immediately. Investigators focused on the GNX engines and the deployment of the ram air turbine, a sign of total power loss. The black boxes after initial delays were analyzed for crucial data on engine performance and pilot actions. Bird strike was ruled out. Attention shifted to the aircraft's own systems. India's aviation regulator ordered urgent inspections of all 787s in the country. The world watched, waiting for answers to prevent another tragedy. The Dreamliner's future depended on what investigators would find. The crash of Flight 171 raised urgent questions for Boeing and the aviation industry. Was this a freak accident, or the result of deeper systemic flaws? India's order for comprehensive 787 inspections signaled lost confidence in the aircraft. The international investigation was critical, but limited communication from authorities fueled concerns about transparency. For Boeing, the stakes were enormous, both technically and reputationally. If a design or manufacturing flaw was to blame, the fallout could be devastating. The cause remains unknown, but most air disasters result from a chain of failures. The world waits for the final report, demanding a full and honest search for the truth. The tragedy is a stark reminder. Even the most advanced technology requires relentless vigilance. The 241 lives lost in Ahmedabad demand nothing less.